my caffeinated friends and herbal hooligans, and welcome back to Mateína, powered by Somos Mateína, the show where we don't just drink beverages, we ask questions, respectfully, persistently, and with science. This is episode number 2. In our last episode, we were exploring the different yerbas, gourds, and countries which yerba grows in. Today's subject is yerba itself, the ancient, energizing, deeply social leaf from South America that somehow exists at the intersection of tea, coffee, ritual, and personality trait. This is not a surface level sip. We're going deep. Deeper than your gourd when you accidentally add too much water. In this episode, we'll explore the scientifically documented health benefits, the chemistry behind mate's focus and metabolic effects, and a clear-eyed, slightly dramatic comparison with other popular caffeinated drinks. Before we begin, however, please note, I am not a health professional. This podcast is based on my personal experiences and publicly available studies, and it is intended for informational purposes only. It's not medical advice. So heat up your water to 70 to 80 degrees Celsius. Don't burn the leaves. Mate hates that. And let's begin. Chapter 1. The health benefits. Yerba mate is made from the leaves of Ilex paraguayensis, a native South American tree with a surprisingly impressive nutritional resume. But let's start with the big one. Antioxidant powerhouse. That's exactly what yerba mate is. Because it contains more antioxidants than green tea, in some analyses nearly 90% more polyphenols. Inside those leaves you'll find chlorogenic acids, catechins, saponins, and xanthins. So what do they do? Chlorogenic acid is linked to reduced oxidative stress and improved blood sugar regulation. Catechins, it's also found in green tea, known for protecting cells from damage. Saponins, it's bitter compounds with anti-inflammatory potential. And the xanthins, a family of natural stimulants that includes caffeine. These antioxidants help reduce oxidative stress, the same stress that is associated with aging and many chronic diseases. Think of it as sending tiny, well-trained bodyguards into your bloodstream, armed with clipboards and peer-reviewed studies. There is also heart health and circulation benefits. Research from South American universities suggests that yerba mate may lower the LDL cholesterol, that's the bad kind, and increases the HDL cholesterol. Well, as you probably guessed it, that's the good one. And reduces inflammation markers associated with heart disease. One study even found that drinking 1 liter of mate per day reduces LDL cholesterol, again, that's the bad one, by 8 to 13% in people with elevated levels. It's not bad for a leafy shrub that grows quietly in the forest, minding its own business. Yerba mate's saponins are particularly interesting here. They've shown promise in reducing inflammation by helping regulate immune responses, essentially telling overreactive cells to just relax. Mate provides small but meaningful amounts of different vitamins. For example, vitamin A, C, E, several vitamin Bs, including B1, B2, B3, and B5. That's quite the vitamin party, you know? And of course, it contains minerals like potassium, magnesium, and zinc. This doesn't replace a balanced diet, however, but the synergy matters. It gives your immune system support without overwhelming it. Then there is the digestive health. Traditionally, yerba mate has long been used as a digestive tonic, and modern research supports that use. Mate has been shown to stimulate bile production, encourage healthy gut mobility, reduce harmful gut bacteria, and also act as a mild diuretic helping with bloating. This is why in places like South America, mate is often enjoyed after meals, not just for energy, but also for digestion. And last but not least, it's good for your mood and mental well-being, because yerba mate contains a unique combination of compounds that affect mood and cognition. Caffeine, for instance. It stimulates dopamine. Theobromine, also found in chocolate. Well, it's known for its mood-lifting effects. Theophylline, which supports alertness and breathing. And triterpenes, linked to calming properties. Together they create a feeling many drinkers describe as energized, focused, and socially relaxed. Not wired, not sleepy, just ready. And that brings us to the obvious question. Why does yerba mate provide I am focused without jitters, crashes, or existential regret? Chapter 2. Metabolism and Focus. Yerba mate has earned a loyal following among students, programmers, athletes, night shift workers, and anyone who needs energy without chaos. Here's why. The xanthine trio. Unlike coffee, which relies almost entirely on caffeine, yerba mate contains 3 natural stimulants: caffeine, theobromine, theophylline. Let's look at caffeine. It increases alertness and reaction time. Theobromine provides smooth, long-lasting stimulation and improved blood flow. And last but not least, theophylline supports breathing and mental clarity. Together, these compounds create what many call clean energy. The stimulation builds gradually, lasts longer, and fades gently without a sharp crash. There's also cognitive benefits. Research suggests yerba mate may improve short-term memory, increase processing speed, enhance sustained attention, and boosts neurotransmitters linked to motivation and focus. It's not overstimulation, it's clarity. It is also good for your metabolism and fat oxidation. Yerba mate slightly increases thermogenesis or heat production by about 3 to 6% for several hours. More importantly, it improves fat oxidation during exercise. Yeah, you can burn more fat. One study found a 24% increase in fat oxidation during moderate activity, meaning the body becomes more efficient as using fat for fuel. It also helps with appetite regulation. Yerba may slow down gastric emptying, helping by reducing appetite, increase satiety, and minimize the urge for meal snacking. This is why yerba mate is often included in weight management treatments. And there is the physical performance. It helps with muscle contraction, oxygen delivery, and endurance and stamina. This is why hikers, climbers, and endurance athletes throughout South America often drink mate before and during activity. Well, you've probably seen the one or the other soccer player do that. Coffee gives you a push. Mate gives you endurance. So now that we understand mate's chemistry, it's time for comparison. A showdown of beverages. Chapter 3. Yerba mate versus other drinks. Who wins the race? Will it be mate or will it be coffee, green tea, matcha, or even energy drinks? We'll see. We're going to look at key benefits, at key downsides, and compare them with each other. So we'll start with coffee. Fast caffeine spike, well, it's a good thing, right? But it also has a fast crash, higher acidity, and more jitters for the majority of people if you drink too much. Yerba mate, however, builds slowly. It is smooth, sustains alertness, less acidity, and minimal crash. In my opinion, it has no crash at all. So coffee is a sprint, while mate is a marathon. The next race, mate versus green tea. Green tea is low in caffeine. It's a good thing, right? Has gentle effects and high catechins. Mate, on the other hand, has higher oxidant density, stronger energy profile, and it contains saponins, which green tea lacks. So green tea is calming, which is beautiful for a winter night, while mate is also calming, but has momentum. Race number 3, mate versus matcha. Matcha has a very high level of antioxidants, L-theanine for calm focus, precise, ceremonial preparation. It calms you entirely. However, mate has 3 natural stimulants instead of just 1, more minerals and vitamins, and it's casual social preparation. You get together with your friends, you prepare mate together, you drink it together, you share it, you share stories. Matcha is refined. Mate is approachable. Last but not least, mate versus energy drinks. Energy drinks, is there anything good about them? They are high in sugar, artificial additives, and has energy spikes, but lots of crashes. Versus mate, naturally stimulating, has no sugar unless you add it, and it sustains mental clarity. Energy drinks shout very loud. Mate speaks calmly and stays efficient. Well, that's the social dilemma. But finally, mate's most unique feature is the community. You don't pass around a cup of coffee. You don't gather in a circle to share an energy drink. But mate is meant to be shared. In Argentina, Uruguay, southern Brazil, and other countries, passing the gourd is a symbol of trust, inclusion, and connection. When someone hands you mate, they're not just offering a drink, they're inviting you in. So, there you have it. Yerba mate isn't just a beverage. It's tradition, chemistry, community, focus, and lots of flavor. A leafy multi-tool with centuries of history behind it. Next time, we'll talk about Yerba brands, preparation techniques, and many more exciting things. So if you enjoyed this episode, consider subscribing, leaving a review, or sharing your mate setup with us. Gourds, thermoses, whatever you want. You'll find us on Instagram under Somos Mateína. I am your host, Thomas, reminding you to sip slowly, stay curious, and choose beverages with personality. See you next Wednesday. El café es para mortales, el mate para leyendas.